What is going on, people, and welcome to this video where I answer the juiciest questions that you guys asked me with 100% honesty, 100% transparency. This is all of the stuff that I was asked on Instagram and YouTube, the most popular questions, the juiciest ones, because why not? I haven't done one of these in a while, and it's probably time to cancel myself on YouTube, as well as Instagram. I've actually been shadow banned on Instagram because of bullying and hate speech. I referred to myself as a piece of trash in the story. Instagram detected that and said that I was bullying myself, and that shadow banned my account, combined with me quoting Liam Neeson, I think, from Taken. At this moment in time, if you search my account name and you don't follow me, mosamuels, even though I'm verified, I don't exist, so the user will just not come up. Hopefully it'll be fixed by the time you're watching this, like something will magically change, but you can literally click on a tag. If someone tags like a post or a photo of me, if you don't follow me, it says user not found. So my account is effectively deleted, but it's still there. First things first, this one's probably gonna get me cancelled, but YOLO. Opinions on Andrew Tate and his arrest. So, Andrew Tate, as an individual, I do not know him, so can't comment on his character or his previous history, but in terms of the content and what he says, I really like it. I agree with a lot of stuff that he says. The guy says a lot of stuff that's satirical. It's meant to shock people. The whole point of it is people are gonna go and talk about it, but it's a fucking joke. I completely see how a lot of people don't like him, and how people can hate him, because he obviously says these things as deliberate shock factor, and then that's taken by the mainstream media and cut out of context. There's a reason that so many people follow the guy. Why do millions of people follow him and agree with him? Is it because he's this violent misogynist and everyone is this violent misogynist, or is it because what he says is how the majority of people actually think? Like, they believe that a man should be strong, a man should be masculine, a man should grow a business, etc., etc., and actually take care of himself and embrace his masculinity. But we've got this mainstream narrative of how masculinity is toxic. And in terms of his arrest, like, I'd like him to be proven innocent. It just goes to prove what he's saying is true about how if you don't agree with the mainstream narrative, you will be cancelled. Like, these people will cancel you. And I completely fucking agree with it, man. Like, a lot of the reason, for example, I'm shadow banned on Instagram from making a dig at myself. The YouTube algorithm is like closing in. If you swear too much, your videos get suppressed. Half of my videos are limited, and I'm not even that controversial. He doesn't fit the mainstream narrative and what these people are pushing about, like progressive shit, etc., etc. So the media is out to get him because he's like a threat to them. I do 100% believe that. It just goes like the amount of, like, Vice recently released a documentary, and you can see the double cuts that they've used to fake his reactions to things to get him to be perceived as being a certain way, which is absolutely insane. Do you still vape? No, I do not vape. I went through a period, I'm not accepting that I ever actually vaped. I went for a period where I'd go on a lot of nights out, and after a night out, I'd be like given a vape, someone would give me a vape in the crowd, and then I'd just keep it and keep smoking it, and because I don't really use it that much, I'd have it for like weeks, and then I think I might have got kind of addicted to vaping a little bit, because I would do it on long drives, etc., etc., so I just went cold turkey. I just stopped it completely. The number one piece of advice I would give to teenagers, people starting out of the gym, is don't overcomplicate things. Focus on four main things. First thing you want to do is you want to track your steps. Ensure you're getting the right amount of steps in, around 10,000 steps every single day. Track your food, make sure you know what you're eating, getting sufficient protein, and you've got to be doing these things every single day consistently. And then you want to track your weight as well. Not your daily weight, but track your weight every single day, so you can look at your weekly averages. I use an app called Happy Scale, just because it shows trends and how your weight's changing. If you want to bulk, obviously you want your weight going up. If you want to cut, you obviously want your weight going down. And then if it's not doing those things, through tracking your food intake, adjust your food, how much you're eating, to get those changes in your weight. But the most important thing that I would say to beginners, teenagers, people just starting lifting, that you don't want to overlook, is track your lifts in the gym. Make sure you're getting stronger on a week-by-week basis, lifting more weight. And it's very easy not to track your lifts. Like, track your lifts using an app like Strong or Rep Count. This is what I do. It's a bit of a pain every single week, but this is probably the most important thing. Right, also boys, this is the final chance to sign up for my 12-week transformation challenge. You'll get a completely custom meal plan tailored to you, a custom training plan, access to the exclusive group for one-on-one support. I'll be doing weekly calls with everyone on there, access to a huge exercise library, database, shopping lists, meal plans, everything you could possibly want to transform your physique. Final chance to sign up for just £5 a week, £19.99 a month, using code TRANS12 after
after checkout, you get it for that. And on top of that as well, there is a huge prize draw, $1,000 cash, and then over $3,500 worth of stuff. That'll be first, second, and third place winners as well for the best transformations, whether you're bulky or cutting, it doesn't matter. If you're watching this, you have until Monday morning to enter. That will be the final chance to enter and join. Join the Physique Incubator platform and then go to the Physique Incubator Facebook group, read the instructions, post your transformation pictures, your starting pictures, and start your journey today, boys. Get involved.
Back in the room, how to get back at your ex. What you could do is, if your ex cheated on you, you could find the girlfriend of the guy that she cheated on you with, and then you could sleep with his girlfriend to get back at them both and break both of their hearts. But that would be a terrible, egotistical, narcissistic thing to do, which I definitely didn't do and made a YouTube video on, and a TikTok as well, actually, that went fucking viral. So you could do that. That's probably the best thing to do. But no, in all reality, man, think of the question, how to get back at your ex. The only reason I did that was for my ego and to make myself feel better, because I was cheated on and I wanted just to make her feel the same, which is very petty, and nothing good's gonna come out of it, but the views on the video were absolutely fantastic, went massively viral, and it made me feel better from an ego point of view. But like, moving forwards, man, like if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't have been so inclined to do that, because I just wanted to leave it. So you've got to ask yourself, like, why do you want to get back at your ex? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, focus on yourself, not her, not them. Build yourself a better life, get with someone better, get with someone who you get along with better, and actually just like focus on yourself and work on yourself. And then ultimately they're probably going to realize that they've made a fucking massive mistake, and through bettering yourself, your life is gonna be better, and they're gonna be like, oh, this is shit. I got a lot of questions on how to stay financially free and how I stay financially free. I would say in the response to that question is, the first thing you want to do, you're at university, you're getting a degree, obviously finish your degree, you're already second year in, get it done, even if it's not what you want to do. I've got a degree in biology, so marine biology and oceanography as well, and the main reason that I did that, like in second and third year, I did not want to finish, but the main reason I did that is for something called career capital. So the most important thing, man, like whatever it is you want to do, get some solid employable qualifications. So for example, it might be going to uni, it might be college, it might be a trade, it might be a skill that you build up yourself. Get those qualifications, because it gives you career capital, it makes you employable, and then even if you don't do that job, you have the confidence, if you want to try your own thing, if you want to try these own crazy ventures, you have the confidence that you can always fall back on that thing if it fails. So for example, like me taking YouTube full time, doing this as my job, I had the confidence that if this didn't work, I could just go back and work in science or the film industry, for example. I used to do a lot of work in film. I've taught myself how to be a sick videographer. I could always do those things. I've developed career capital. Get career capital, build a business, get confidence. It will give you confidence to try new things if you have that qualification that you know you can fall back on. You don't have to go to uni. I actually think that uni and college, university in England is a fucking scam. Like, it's literally a scam. Like, they don't need to charge you that much. It is a money-making business. So the idea that you have to go to uni is a bit of a scam. But dude, just have some confidence in yourself and realize as well that if you want to jump into doing your own thing, you can do it. And good businesses to start as well. Obviously do something you somewhat enjoy, or that's that you're able to do, but a really good idea in terms of like a way to make money independently of a 9-to-5 job is find something, or find a skill or develop a skill where you can help someone else that's already making money make more money. So obviously copywriting is a big thing at the minute, and ads and like marketing, etc, etc. The amount of fucking copywriters that email me, do not email me if you are a copywriter. I will block you and report you to junk. But the idea is that you find someone that's making money, you find a business, and then you pitch an idea to them or help them make more money. So for example, what I would do is, I'm a videographer, I would contact brands and say, like, for example, if YouTube ended tomorrow and everything I work for ended, I would contact brands and be like, okay, I'm a videographer, I'll make you this promo video for free for your company, for your clothes, have a little look at it. If you like it, then maybe we can discuss working together more. And then I'm basically making someone more money who already has that foundation in place and kind of like leeching off them. But then that's a great way to start. And dude, the other thing is, like, people love to overcomplicate it, but just install the habit of hard work. Like, the youth of today don't know hard work, but just like fucking find something, work really hard at it and get good at it. And that's kind of one of the pros that school teaches you, is like, you get out what you put in. Like, if you put in the work, you will get good grades, you will do well. And it's even like, you might not be interested in doing what you do, but just get into that habit of working fucking hard. Next one, any D&B tunes coming from you soon? So obviously I love drum bass, I love making music. This one's a bit of like a bit of a shitty one because I was down south, so I was living down south. I'm living in the north now, and I was playing pretty much every other weekend, playing big shows. I had a residency at a club. It's going really, really well. I was like super motivated. I was playing out all the time, and then I moved to the north, knew absolutely no one, no promoters in clubs, and I just like stopped getting sets. So for me at the minute, it's like I'm back to square one, and it's incredibly frustrating when I've played and made music for what, like over 10 years. I've played guitar since I was, well, probably 16 years, since I was 10 years old. I've DJ'd for like 4 years, so it's like I'm kind of beyond the stage of reverting back to a bedroom DJ, so I'm super demotivating. But at the minute, I'm just focusing on making music because I like making music. Been making some weird stuff like this. And this. We'll see. I'm just trying to make music because I love creating stuff and love making music and not getting too caught up on like actually an end product with it. What were your methods of finding areas of your life where you could step outside of your comfort zone each day? So this is a big one for me. If you followed the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm not like a naturally outgoing person. I'm not great in social situations naturally. I'm someone that like wants to be that, but I really, really have to force it and have to learn it. So I went on this quest when I was younger, when I was in my teens, to really, really become someone that didn't give a shit of the opinions of others and wasn't so like worried or scared about being judged and doing these things. So it's like, there's a saying, and it's say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. So it's like, in order to get ahead in this world, I do really believe that you have to be someone that's confident, that's outgoing, that's able to put forward their ideas and try new things. So with me, man, what I did to step outside my comfort zone each day is literally as simple as I would find something that scares me. I would think about the thing that scares me the most, and then I would use that fear as an indicator to go towards that thing. So for example, let's say I'm scared of heights. I would, rather than being like most people and not going near the edge of a building, I would do things like go and sit on the edge of a building, or sit on the edge of a cliff, or hang off the edge of a building, or go and get a skydiving license when I'm terrified of heights. I'm actually scared of heights. Or go abseiling off a 300-foot cliff. I would seek out things that would deliberately put me in these environments that scare me and use fear as an indicator in terms of like what I need to improve on. Like there's two types of people in the world. It's like the aversion ascension tattoo. It's like most of the people will see fear and they'll run away from it. It'll be like, oh no, and stay in their fucking comfort zone. Or you can be the type of person that sees fear and they use it as an indicator, as something to grow from. It's like aversion ascension. They use fear and then they ascend because they step outside of their comfort zone. And by doing this thing, by stepping outside of your comfort zone every single time and doing it consistently, that comfort zone expands and expands and expands. And before you know it, you've got over that thing and you actually start to reap the rewards of going towards the fear. What would you suggest to someone struggling to get to the 10% body fat point? I know it's not sustainable long term, but I really want to reach this as a goal this year. Usually sit around 16, 17. So, like I said previously about the teenage lifting advice, it's a similar thing. So you're going to want to be tracking those main things. So make sure you're getting the steps in every single day, 10,000 steps to start. Make sure you're getting your cardio in and tracking that. I'd say 3 times 30-minute cardio sessions. I'll just like walking or treadmill because it's sustainable. Track your food and then track your training, your lifts as well. So the way that we can lose more weight is simply through reducing the amount of food that we eat or increasing the amount of calories that we are burning. Bring down food a little bit, so drop food. You should be tracking your weight as well, looking at your weekly averages, and then just keep on dropping food to ensure you're getting a nice 1 to 2 pound weight loss per week, and then just make sure the weight on the scale is going in the right direction. Because if your training intensity is high, if you're maintaining or increasing your lifts and the weight on the scale is going down, you are burning body fat 100%. And there's no easy answer. Like everyone wants a simple answer. I would say it's sustainable to maintain about 10%, definitely sustainable, but it's just going to be a matter of taking your time, getting down there slowly, and just dropping those calories or increasing that expenditure over 3-4 months to slowly bring things down. And then when you get to that point, what you can do is you can slowly start to increase things again, increase calories in a very slow and controlled manner, combine that with like lots of cardio. You want to change your lifestyle basically. If you want to be someone that's more lean, someone that's more active, join something like a fight club, join like jiu-jitsu or boxing or something that's like combat based, or something where you're going to burn a lot of calories and implement this like lifestyle change into your life. How do you stay so financially well when I'm assuming you don't make much from YouTube? So my YouTube income is pretty terrible. Like I earn under $1,000 a month, and that is the most I've ever made of YouTube. It's absolutely awful because so many of my videos are demonetized. The stuff that I say isn't very PG or advertiser friendly, so I make absolutely fuck all from YouTube. And also when I started, all of my videos were copyrighted music because I just like I like the creative process of making actual videos. I'm not pretentious. In terms of staying financially well, first of all, I'm not wealthy. I'm not well off. I live a very, very modest life. Although it looks like I live a crazy life, I do live a crazy, like, mental life that I'm truly blessed to live, but it doesn't actually require that much money at all. So I have several different streams of revenue. I'll go into everything in a minute. I've had businesses in the past as well. Like, I'm building back up a business, for example. Like, I'll talk about that again in the next question. But in terms of actually being financially well, I'm just very careful about the way that I live. And the main thing that I have is freedom, man. Like, the majority of people that want to earn millions of pounds, the reason that they want to become rich is for freedom. It's not for money. It's like when you ask millionaires, like what do they get from having all this money if they are enjoying their life? It is the freedom that the money brings. And I kind of like bypass that by being able to live this crazy mental life with all the freedom in the world. Like, if I want to go on holiday tomorrow, I can. I'm actually going on holiday in 2 days because I decided to, like, 1 day ago. I'm going away skydiving. If I want to not work for a day, I can. If I want to go, and I can literally do whatever I want when I want. Sure, I can't buy a Lamborghini, sure, I can't get a private jet, but I have all the freedom in the world. So, like, I'm incredibly grateful for that. And then in terms of staying financially well, having numerous different revenue streams that are kind of independent from yourself is the way to do it. Social media obviously makes me money as well. I'll go into it in more detail in a little bit, but I don't have big liabilities, so I'm very good at the only thing that I pay for on a loan, for example, is a phone contract. I buy everything else like up front. I don't have a loan on my car. I don't give a shit about driving like a car that I can't afford. Like, you got to understand that a lot of people on social media, like, not all is as it seems. There is so much deception, man. So many people want you to think they're doing better than they are, so you buy into what they're selling. And most of these people are like up to their eyeballs in loans. I could go and get like a fucking Porsche on a loan, or a Lamborghini on a loan, or something ridiculous, but it would not be a sensible financial decision. And the only reason I'd be doing that is so I look like I'm doing better off than I actually am. I keep my liabilities low. I don't have heaps and heaps of expenses on stupid ego-driven things, but like, I do live an absolutely amazing life. And kind of the hack of it as well is because I'm my own boss, because I can work remotely from anywhere in the world, I'm not confined to like holidays and days off and weekends. So for example, I've booked a flight, I'll make a video on it, in 2 days time for £50 to Spain for a few days. I've rented a car for £10 in Spain. It's like, all this stuff doesn't actually cost much. I'm going skydiving, and each jump will cost me £25 because I've done my license and I have my own kit. So it's like about setting myself up to live this crazy life without it being super, super, ultra expensive. Alright, this was probably my most asked question, and the biggest one, and the one that I have never openly spoke about, and it kind of scares the shit out of me speaking about it, because I'm afraid to speak about it publicly and fail, because it's like, I don't know if I can do it. But I'm gonna put it out there into the world anyway, and then see how it goes, man. See how it goes. So I feel like nothing grows in the comfort zone. I'm gonna be completely transparent and open about everything. My 2023 goals. So in the past, I've written loads and loads of goals, and I've only got 3 main big ones, and then some like residual or smaller goals just to get just things that I can do and tick off to make the lives of those around me better, etc., and for myself. But I've got 3 main big ones. So my 2023 goals, my first one, which is my big one and the one that I don't like talking about, probably because I'm insecure about it, because I feel like I'm not doing as well as I should, is earn £100,000. So I've no idea what you think of me and the life that I live. You probably think I'm making absolute bank, but I'm from a very, very poor family. I'm from a single parent household. I grew up in a council estate. My mum has only just purchased a house. I'm on her mortgage as well. I helped her do that, which is something I'm super proud of. I haven't really mentioned it, but I'm not from a well-off background, and I know how well people on social media are doing. Like, I know how a single contract for a lot of my friends, for example, is going to be £6,000 to £10,000 per month from like a supplement brand, and then they might have like several of a supplement brand, a clothing brand, and then another sponsor. So that's already like 30 grand a month they are making from those, like a couple of the sponsors, on not including the things like apps and other sales, etc., that they're getting. So I'm like at the very bottom of the pile financially, and I've been like it for years, man, and it's completely my fault. Like, I have never been money driven because, like I said, I have all the freedom in the world, and the reason people want money is for freedom. And I'm like, I can do anything that I want when I want. Why would I want more? Why would I want more money? Why would I want to waste my time making, like, increasing my income when I have an absolutely fantastic life that I love? And it's only in these last few years that I've realized, okay, my leg is getting, or has been getting worse after that like year or that stint in hospital when I was absolutely messed up with this terrible NHS healthcare. I was like, okay, I need to be actually looking after myself and actually start making some money so I'm not going to be a burden on people as I get older. I want to make 100k a year, and I've written down why. The reasons I want to do that is my mum, I do send her money, I am on a mortgage, so I am helping her out, but I want to be able to retire her and actually like get her to a place where she doesn't have to do anything, and I can give back to the people that care for me, my little sisters, my mum, take him on holiday, go skydiving with my dad, like do stuff that he wants to do, and actually give back to those that have helped me throughout my life. And I've got here, I will be crippled poor. If I am poor, I will be crippled. The reason that I do YouTube, and it isn't because I'm a complete narcissist, sure I'm a slight narcissist, but the reason that I do YouTube is because I couldn't do any other job. Like, I've been crushed throughout my life. Like, I wanted to do medicine, I wanted to join the military, join the commandos, I wanted to work in film. I realized I couldn't do the first two because of I'm not able to stand up for long periods of time. Finally got a job in film after spending like 3 years of university, like £50,000 in student debt, going through university, getting these degrees so I could work on underwater films. And then I did my first day on the job and I was like crippled. I literally couldn't walk because it was so bad for my leg, and I just got home and fucking cried because like I felt like my whole life was over. And then it was around that time that I was like, okay, I've got to actually build a job or have a job where I'm my own boss and I can rest my leg when I need to. And that's kind of how I got into YouTube and how I started doing everything and understood the importance of building my own business and working for myself. So like in the past, for example, like I've had businesses, Motec Labs, the pre-workout I used to do, can't speak about the reasons like why that kind of fell to shit, but we have done 100k with Motec Labs, but that's a separate entity. So I am capable of doing that, but it's always been like the business is the business, it's external to myself, and all that money was pretty much lost. I didn't really see any of it at all due to reasons I can't discuss, but I just want to make 100k myself. And I feel like I'm at a stage where I'm at in this position where I'm like just on the cusp of like hanging on to hanging on to what I'm doing. So this next year I'm just going to invest everything back into means to grow my businesses, to grow my coaching, in editors to increase my YouTube output, in people to like help me actually do this, and invest as much as I can back in. It's going to be like I'm kind of on a knife's edge with it, like whether I'm going to be able to make it or not, but we're going to go for it. Second thing I want to do is 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. The way I'm going to do that is a full-time editor on YouTube. One of the number one comments I get is like, why aren't you bigger on YouTube? And like, you deserve so many more views. And I honestly believe that I don't. I believe that you get what you deserve. And I have like been complacent with it. I've been like slack with it. I could have done so much more. So for example, like Jesse James West, like started years after me, and he deserves everything that he's got because he like works so fucking hard. But I just don't have that drive to like get to that bracket of income or followers. That I don't care about followers that much to sacrifice that much of my life when I live an absolutely fantastic life. So 250 subscribers is the goal. And then for example, if things weren't growing, if that didn't work, I might then look into something else over the next year, which answers another question. The third thing I want to do is save up £20,000. So again, like I said, I'm from not a rich family. I haven't ever had any money given to me, any money inherited, anything like that. So everything I have, like I've started from square one. I've kind of lived on this like the knife edge in terms of like investing everything that I make back into stuff to try and make more money. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'd love to save £20,000 so I can actually buy a property of my own and be like one of the first people in my family to actually own a property and actually just make a difference to my family and like really help them. And then I've got some like residual goals, which are just things that I want to get done throughout the year, and that is FF2, which is skydiving like head down, so being able to fly in this like head down orientation, which is second thing I want to do is I want to get a hair transplant. I do want to do that, just it'll be cool content, and it's something that I want to do because I want an absolutely banging hairline. It's very mediocre. Third thing I want to do is make more music, because I enjoy making music. Fourth thing is take my mum and sisters abroad, and fifth thing is take my dad skydiving. And then yeah man, that's pretty much everything in terms of my goals. I've been very I'm insecure about like what I earn, for example, because I always want to do better, and it does really like it's in these last few years where I've realized like there's lads like 16 17 in the industry like fucking making millions. Like I'm down here compared to them, and like I said, I love my life and it's been sick, but it it has given me a level of complacency. I'm like, okay, now with my leg, like with my health, I need to get private healthcare. If anything were to happen, I'll be fucked. I should really start focusing on like growing business and making money and actually increasing my influence and my impact on helping out more people so I can get more as well. And it's like this beautiful thing where everything grows together. That was a all over the place Q&A. It is what it is, man. Any questions, let me know. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already. If you can actually find my account, it's I do not know. Hopefully you can. mosamuels on Instagram, and I'll put Q&As up on there. Drop me a DM if you want to ask anything. And remember, Physique Incubator Challenge is going live in the next few days. So you've literally got 1 day, 2 days to sign up to that, to get involved in the 12-week challenge, and completely transform your life, transform your physique, get a custom meal plan, custom training plan for £19.99 a month, or works out at £5 a week using code TRANS12. Anyway, people, lots of love. Thank you. Good night.